statement by the agency, the mother of three arrived Abuja via Qatar Air from Sao Paulo, Brazil through Doha. In a related development, narcotic officers attached to a courier company in Lagos also intercepted 500 grams of ketamine concealed in the walls of a wooden box filled with bitter cola originated from Cameroon and heading to the United States of America, while another 500 grams of methamphetamine hidden in automobile parts going to Australia were also seized at the firm. NDLEA also intercepted over 410 kilograms of assorted illicit drugs in Plateau and Kwara states. The Nigerian Army has charged its officers and men to remain resolute and optimistic in their quest to defeat those undermining the sovereignty and unity of Nigeria. The Chief of Army Staff, Major General Farouk Yahya, said this at the interdenominational church service held as part of activities marking the 2021 Nigerian Army Day celebration.
Single gunshot fired at the mountain top of the camp in Ogoja, Cross River State on the 6th of July 1967 sparked off a 30-month civil war, 30 months of bloodshed, pains and agony, almost leading the tender nation to dismemberment. In 1970, the nation survived, no winner, no vanquish. Nigeria back, even stronger with one army. The unity after the war calls for celebration, so since 1978, 6th of July is to celebrate the gallant Nigerian army and those that paid the ultimate price. The celebration in 2021 is a mixed bag, celebrating the heroes of the war and strategizing to confront criminal elements threatening the peace of the nation. First, reviewing efforts of the military, then seeking spiritual guidance in the mosque, then a church service, all spiritual exercise at the Mogadishu cantonment, with the Army Chief, Major General Farouk Yahya, present.
When we go for operation, we line up. The man next to you will be from a Muslim, now next to you will be a Christian. So it doesn't matter to us. The essence is unity and synergy with other services and agencies. And you can see what this synergy has brought and the relative success we're achieving.
It is a guerrilla warfare of sort, but intelligence from the civilian population is a stronger weapon, the security chiefs acknowledged. In Abuja, Ismail Musa, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the Nigerian Navy has pledged to continue to secure the territorial integrity and sovereignty of the country by improving maritime security to boost the economy. This was during a visit by members of the business community who acknowledged federal government for its strides in the maritime sector.
An estimated 65% of crime comes from the maritime domain, specifically the Gulf of Guinea, with piracy remaining a threat in the area and Nigeria's economic exclusive zone, with records showing a spike in the last quarter of 2020. As these maritime crimes pose a potential threat to fishing communities on a local scale and the Africa Free Trade Agreement on a larger scale, reduction in maritime crimes in the first quarter of 2021 due to Nigerian Navy operations, as well as anticipated further reduction due to the Deep Blue project, are being hailed by the business community as a huge step in the right direction, with prominent members seeking collaboration.
Doing a great job protecting our territorial waters and also bringing peace to Nigeria. My main other point is the setting up of a permanent, naval protection base at our refinery. As you are aware, we are building the largest single refinery with 650,000 barrels per day, which means we can actually process 1/3 of Nigeria's production.
Infrastructure for CONAI and the regional maritime awareness capability are all there. We maintain them, we upgrade them, and they are fully operational. And we are collaborating with other law enforcement agencies.
It is expected that such collaborations between the business community and the Nigerian Navy, along with other security agencies, will further encourage an enabling business environment on a global scale. Naja'atu Tijani, NTA News.
In other news, UN Deputy Secretary General Amina Mohammed has commended Nigeria on the successes recorded in the attainment of the Sustainable Development Goals, especially in the area of data. Adebola Brooksland Sunday reports.
Data, they say, is the lifeblood of planning, and without which direction is impossible.
We have done more than 200 primary health care centers. We have also completed both 149, 120, and 100 bed hospitals. We have added more than 2,000 number of classrooms to all the 36 states of the Federation.
After listening to the presentation made by the Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on SDGs on its roadmap to the actualization of the Sustainable Development Goals in Nigeria, Amina Mohammed said the office has done remarkably well and the achievement needs to be amplified at the global level.
Deliver services, reduce poverty, social protection programs. It's a great way of communicating to Nigerians who it is that is missing and where they are, so that we don't look at resources to share amongst 36 states. We look at resources to invest in where the human development gaps are. When you do that, the nation rises together.
The homecoming of the second public servants in the world, Amina Mohammed, coincided with her 60th birthday. Amina Mohammed also visited the about-to-be-opened Discovery Museum, where she was conducted around the building, housing a synchronization of art, technology, and history from pre-colonial time to the modern day.
So she really got to experience that. We have exhibits, for example, the return of Nigerian artifacts that were stolen and are now in museums internationally. So we have an entire exhibit that is 3 rooms large that speaks to recovering those artifacts.
The Discovery Museum is Nigeria's first digital museum situated on the nation's Art Tech district. Adebola Brooksland Sunday, NTA News.
Stakeholders in the National Homegrown School Feeding Program are initiating a data gathering process for the Social Investment Program through an enumeration exercise. Musa Tolia reports that the exercise, slated to commence on Monday, 5th of July in Lagos, will be coordinated by the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development in collaboration with the Lagos State Ministry of Wealth Creation and Employment.
Homegrown School Feeding Program. Various initiatives have been introduced to effectively execute the program in line with federal government's objective of providing free nutritional feeding for primary school pupils across the country. The convergence of these stakeholders is aimed at embarking on an enumeration of beneficiaries and to explore possibilities of scaling up the program in Lagos.
If the community people take ownership, they will be able to report to the grievance desk, and such report will be forwarded to the appropriate quarters.
Challenges including the need to appoint a focal person to coordinate all national social investment programs in states, clamor for increase in the sum allotted for each child, and the need to replace old figures with latest data were discussed.
It's not only the people that are benefiting that should be enumerated. Even for the reason of scaling up, there may be need for other schools that are not included right now, which we really want to be part of the exercise.
The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Sadia Omar Farouk, was represented at the stakeholders meeting.
As it is going on, you understand some challenges, maybe some stakeholders were not brought in. So it is an improvement, an added, a layer of transparency, of efficiency that is being brought.
About 109 schools in Lagos are yet to benefit from the social intervention programs, and these raised additional concerns. The National Bureau of Statistics and National Population Commission are bringing their expertise to bear to ensure data gathered are reliable and credible. In Lagos, Musa Tolia, NTA News.
2 humanitarian services now, Catholic missionaries under the Order of Dominican Fathers and Brothers Society for Vocation Support in Nigeria and Ghana, have commenced the offer of free education to the poor, indigent and intelligent children in Nigeria. To achieve this humanitarian gesture, the Dominican College in Abuja launched a 100 million Indigent Scholarship Trust Fund. Benny Adams reports.
These are members of the host community, amongst them are children, who form part of the more than 15 million out-of-school children in Nigeria. The The Dominican missionaries are coming in to reduce these numbers.
The number of children we are going to be picking will be dependent on how much people are willing to help, to donate into this scholarship trust fund. And people can decide to adopt children. If you adopt a child, all we need from you is to contact us, and then we'll be able to say, okay, this is what it takes to keep a child in school, and then you pay the bills, we take care of the children. And this indigenous scholarship trust fund is not only for this college, it's not only at the secondary school level. By the time the children get to SS1, SS2, we begin to look for universities that will be able to give them scholarships.
Known for the tradition of employing best teaching aides, the Dominicans are investing in robotic lab to equip the students with robotics technology, with a promise for the school to be known for technological competence and moral rectitude as they resolve to give the best global standard for children of the very poor and the rich alike. This dream project, which covers secondary to university education, is becoming a reality through men and women of goodwill across the world.
It's a rallying call for all Nigerians, both within the country and outside the country, to join the Dominicans, the order of preachers, in this vocational activity of quality education for our young ones.
So whatever we invest in education is a very modest investment relative to what I think is the ultimate return that spans a lifetime.
So you have the talent, we're intelligent, but you don't have resources, an opportunity for you to be able to be trained in one of the best schools. So it's really a highly commendable initiative.
For more than 800 years, the Dominicans have been actively involved in molding, developing, and building enduring legacies at different fronts around the world. In Abuja, Benny Adams, NTA News.
Philanthropy for the Rotary Club is an act that should transcend seasons. As the Rotarians in Abuja inaugurate a new president, they say selfless service should be the lifestyle of everyone. Abubakar Usman Akwanga reports on the event.
Nigeria has 12,000 Rotarians and 35 different clubs, each working towards the upliftment of disadvantaged communities with a practice of one-year tenure for its president. The Club of Abuja Capital Territory is making the difference through the execution of life-changing projects in areas of sanitation and hygiene, water and humanitarian interventions, with Sabon Lube community as beneficiary.
That is one thing that your DG is also very passionate about. He's against rape and he's fighting, and that is something, it's like a signature tune for NTA. And so we have also keyed into that, to say we cannot sit down and watch our children rape because the toilet is not there.
The theme for this year's Rotary is serve to change life. Our priority is to touch as many lives as possible, change as many lives as possible from the lower level to the higher level.
There is joy when you start and you finish, stronger than when you started.
The inauguration of the new president and all the nominees designate is to consolidate on the gains achieved by the former president, Saliu Ibrahim Kindo, whose records remained outstanding. Fellow Rotarians who are in high spirit welcomed the new change and celebrate the bowing out of its former award-winning president and expect more in the days ahead. In Abuja, Abubakar Usman Akwanga, NTA News.
Governor Bello Mohammed of Zamfara State has relieved all special advisors of their appointments with the exception of the special advisor on security matters. This was contained in a statement signed by the acting secretary to Zamfara State government, Kabir Balarabi. The statement says the decision is in line with the governor's recent defection to the APC and to allow for an in-depth search of more but competent hands to steer the affairs of the state, irrespective of political affiliations. Accordingly, all the affected special advisors have been directed to hand over affairs of their respective offices and government property under their custody to the Directors General or accounting officers of their directorates. The governor appreciates their contributions in running the affairs of the state while in office. The directive takes immediate effect. It would be recalled that Governor Mohammed has since, on the 1st of June 2021, dissolved the Zamfara State Executive Council, boards and commissions, and are yet to be reconstituted. A one-day retreat with the theme creating a culture of good governance for the management of Nigerian electricity management services has ended with a resolve to chart a course that will command implementation. Speakers at the event urged government officials at all levels to uphold the trust of Nigerians in them.
The body to have confidence that this agency knows what they are doing. So when you are talking on behalf of the agency, you know exactly what you are saying.
We are in a critical agency that has a lot to do with the economy of this country. And therefore, we cannot fail.
Your stakeholders are the contractors you deal with, the citizens of Nigeria, people in the electricity industry that you have to deal with on an everyday basis, and you have to deal with on a quarterly basis. They need for us all to be facing the same direction in terms of getting the job done.
Time to talk sports, and our sportswoman Tamara Ebiwe has some sporting stories for us. Tamara.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Welcome to Sports Update. We're beginning with football, where 3 draws were recorded in week 31 of the Nigeria Professional Football League, played Sunday. Kano Pillars and Katsina United were the big scorers with 3 goals each. Kwara United defeated Rangers International 2-0. Same scoreline between Warri Wolves and Abia Warriors. Heartland lost 1-0 to Sunshine Stars moments ago. To the national team, where reactions have continued to trail the battering of the home-based Super Eagles by Mexico in an international friendly played at the Los Angeles Coliseum Sunday morning in the USA. The Super Eagles Team B lost 4-0, conceding 2 early goals in the first half and 2 in the second half, extending Nigeria's number of friendly matches without a win to 8.
Gutiérrez vuelve a tirar esta pelota muy buena para Jonah dentro del área. ¡Jonah!
I think a good learning curve for the home-based players. They couldn't have done maybe much more than that. This is a team assembled within 12 days, playing against a Mexican side filled with top professionals in Europe and America, and they will look back at the game and keep their heads up.
Staying with football, Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State says the remodeled and reconstructed Lekon Salami Sports Complex in Ibadan will be opened with the Shooting Star Sports Club 3SC playing a team from Slovakia. Governor Makinde added that subsequent matches of 3FC will be played under floodlights. Away from football now, the 2021 National Hockey Super League got underway in Abuja Sunday at the hockey pitch, Package B of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. Defending champions Niger Flickers defeated Lagos Stallion 2-0. Kada Stars whitewashed Delta Force 7-1. In the women's category, Yobe Desert Queens, Imo Heartland, Plateau Queens and Delta Queens all ended goalless. And finally, to basketball, where Nigeria's D Tigers will move to Las Vegas Monday for the last phase of their Tokyo 2020 preparations. The team have been trimmed to 15 by coach Mike Brown. While in Las Vegas, D Tigers would participate in a 4-nation tourney featuring Team USA, Argentina, and Spain. They will depart USA July 17, 2021. And that's Sports Update. Elizabeth, it's back to you.
Thank you so much, Tamara. And Sports Update ends the news segment of the program. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to connect with us at the NTA Stand Against Rape and Rapists. And for more fascinating reports, we'll join Jennifer just in a moment.
And Muhammadu Buhari has sent a get well message to the head of the Catholic Church, Pope Francis, as he heads in for a scheduled surgery of the colon. In a statement by the special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Garba Shehu, the president called for prayers from Nigerians and the global community as the pontiff goes in for his routine operation. He wishes him a quick recovery. Back to Newsline proper. Now, the coronation of Alhaji Aminu Ado Bayero as the 15th Fulani Emir of Kano was a historic event. It left in the minds of those who witnessed the colorful presentation of royal regalia and staff of office to the Emir, beautiful memories and hope of a peaceful and more united Nigeria. The grand event was also a show of unity in diversity. Abdullahi Mustafa takes up the story from here.
The coronation of Aminu Ado Bayero as the 15th Kano Emir attracted people not only from within Kano and neighboring states, but across Nigeria and beyond.
We are here to your great occasion to demonstrate that one Nigeria, demonstrate our unity of this country, and demonstrate the progress of this country, and to also show that we traditional ruler, we are together. And we have come to great one of our own, to support one of our own, to celebrate with one of our own at this moment. This is the time that needed our support, our strength, and our cooperation, and our love.
I'm here. I'm from the south, and I'm here. The country is definitely going through hard times. Every life goes through hard times. We must face challenges, and the challenges are grave. But if we come together, like I am here now, and the Emir of Kano also toured the whole of southern Nigeria, if we continue to come together and refuse those who are trying to push us apart, we'll get it right eventually.
They all witnessed the historic presentation of staff of office and other symbols of authority to the 15th Kano Emir, who promised to continue to build bridges and strengthen bonds of unity among people of the cosmopolitan kingdom.
We're very certain that he'll keep the household together. He'll bring all the different houses together to ensure that there is inclusiveness. People feel part of it. And I'm sure his reign will bring a lot of happiness, a lot of success, a lot of developments for the people of Kano.
Vice President Yemi Osinbajo and Chief of Staff to the President, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, expressed confidence in Aminu Ado Bayero's ability to render exemplary leadership to his people.
You inherit not only one of the most revered thrones in Africa, but on a more personal level, your great father was known for his wisdom, his courage, and his integrity. He loved his people and served them with honor and complete commitment.
Confident that you will exhibit such leadership qualities and much more as you have demonstrated in the few months of your emirship.
The presence of traditional leaders of divergent cultures, they believe, is an indication that Nigeria's socio-political challenges are surmountable.
Congratulations to the new emir. Now, does the proportion matter? How would you describe the largest size of a national flag you've ever come across? Shola Wahid, who says it's possible many may not have come across a flag of that proportion, is set to tell us more.
The flag symbolizes the sovereignty of nations, as the colors also denote various meanings concerning the strength and visions of the nation. For instance, the green, white, green color of Nigerian flag represents natural wealth, while the white represents peace and unity. But how big is the size of the largest flag in the world? According to the Guinness Book of Records, the largest flag flown in the world was that of the United Arab Emirates, which measured 2,448.56 square meters and was flown on the 2nd of November 2017. History is, however, being made as Nigerian green, white, green flag is creating the new world record of covering an area of 3,275.6 square meters. And what is the significance of this?
When across the country you hear calls for secession, calls and agitation for separation, I do think that this event today should help us to know that united we stand, and there's actually strength in unity.
Flag itself is a sign of unity, and Nigeria, we want unity in diversity. That's what we'll be preaching all the time. So for Nigerians now to come around and say we want to make the biggest flag, that is, we are showing a lot of passion for patriotism and nationalism.
It represents the symbol of our country. That is what we call Nigeria.
And that is the most important thing. And the reason why they are we are giving a rendition of the national anthem, the flag, people have to obey it. That is our country, and that is what it stands for. We must respect the national flag.
Taiwo Akinkumi designed Nigeria's flag before he turned 23. His dream came true. Taiwo Akinkumi, now 85, another dream has come true.
I wish all and sundry good luck, good health, and good blessings.
The process to certify the achievement of the world's largest flag has begun and is expected to be hoisted in the country later this year.
National flag is an important symbol of the nation. Now, early last month, we brought you a report of a 300-level student of the University of Ilorin, Omowumi Blessing Olajide, who was raped and murdered in her residence, in her guardian's residence. 8 suspects arrested by the Department of State Services, DSS, in connection with the crime have been remanded in custody of the Nigeria Correctional Service by a Kwara State High Court sitting in Ilorin, pending the date of their arraignment. The court proceedings, which ought to have commenced Wednesday last week, was stalled because the suspects had no legal representation in court.
Blessing Olajide, a student of agricultural science, was allegedly raped and killed in her residence at Tanke area of Ilorin. Since 3rd of June, when the news of the alleged rape and murder of Blessing Olajide was reported, there has been calls from several quarters to security agencies in the state to ensure that perpetrators of this heinous act are brought to book. This eventually paid off, as the Department of State Services arrested and brought 8 suspects to the court for arraignment over the case. The aged parents of the deceased, family, and various students and youth groups were at the court to ensure that Blessing got justice.
We came here to also seek for justice for her, because we don't want injustice. We don't want our death to just go in vain. An injustice to one is an injustice to all, because if justice is not served to the people, that means it's a go-ahead for every other person. That means we are all not safe. So, but if this set of people are brought to justice, then all others, we have their mind at rest that we are all safe.
However, 3 out of the 8 suspects have no lawyer to represent them, and the prosecution counsels, led by the State Attorney General Salman Jawundu, had to apply for an adjournment to address the issue of legal representation.
Since the offenses are capital in nature, in order of the maximum offense you can think of, they are entitled to be represented by lawyers. And where they cannot afford, the state is even bound to provide them with lawyer or lawyer. So because of that, the case could not go on. So we have to to get an adjournment to enable the state, because 2 of them said they prefer state arranging counsel for them, which we are going to do. Then the 3rd one said he's going to look for a counsel of the church. So we are hoping that by the next adjourned date, they will have a proper representation and the case can proceed.
Justice Ibrahim Yusuf thereby remanded the suspects in correctional yard and adjourned the case till July 6th for proper arraignment.
The rapists better get representation, because justice must be administered. Now, there is a growing trend that has become very worrisome in recent times across the country. This trend has even caught up with the young people in Nigeria, and for some reason, those who indulge in this practice believe it's an easy ticket to get rich quick. The spate of ritual killing for quick money has left many with more questions than answers. Thekla Wilkie tells us why.
How many are you with at the kidnap? 2. Is anybody inside here? Yes. Come.
They say everybody silent, if not they will kill you. The next thing, they open one cooler. Human being pass, breast, everything they inside with ice block.
Fresh meat today, I'll go take one. Which part you need?
The Alhaji say, breast. I need her second to the last finger. I need her eye. I need her ear.
These narrations may sound like script from a horror movie, but they're not. These are social media accounts of real victims who escaped death by stroke of providence, but not without physical bruises and emotional scars. The story of these victims have become a regular occurrence in some parts of the country. Sadly, not all have lived to share their experience. Ritual killing is becoming a fast-growing trend that has caught up with the young people of Nigeria. While many reasons have been adduced to the rising cases of this inhuman practice, the acquisition of power and influence and the get-rich-quick syndrome are some of the motives given for the prevailing evil practice. Interestingly, ritual killing goes way back.
One classic case that I would probably say people should go and look into is the Odozi Obodo case. I think it happened before independence.
There was also the case of the Otokoto killing involving Vincent Duru, alias Otokoto, in 1996. He was reportedly executed in November 2016, 13 years after his conviction in 2003. There is more. Nigerians can't forget the Okija Shrine saga in Anambra State, neither has the Soka Forest horror of Oyo State blurred out of the memory of many. Disturbingly, the country is still recording cases of ritual killing, decades after these high-profile cases were recorded and long before the youths who are now involved in money ritual murders were even born. The big question, however, is how anyone can believe that sacrificing human parts can magically result to quick and bountiful cash without lifting a finger to work.
I can't get the appropriate word to explain this. It's just, like, call it sickness, madness.
To assume that individuals who kidnap and kill humans for the purpose of making money is to open the door of injustice to individuals who really have mental disorder and who deserve treatment rather than punishment.
Some have questioned the position of the law in addressing crimes of this nature.
All ritual murders are murders, and the penalty, once enough evidence is adduced, is also to die, for the person to be sentenced to death.
With the stern punitive measures in place, one would expect a downscale in the number of money ritual murders, but that's not the case.
Once people know that justice will be quickly dispensed and they know they are going to get maximum punishment for it, it could serve as a deterrence.
The fundamental question is how society can address the root cause of this disturbing trend.
Leadership must have to come up and come out decisively to be proactive, to lead by example, to institute good governance, and therefore to also get the families involved in the way and the manner in which characters are being formed, monitored, and nurtured.
I was moved when I saw one time in the social media one former senior senator displaying in his house chain of vehicles and cars, and he was proudly saying, "These are all belonging to you." I said, I think some spiritual jaundice, kind of. Unless you're sick, why do you keep all the kind of things?
Another question begging for answer is what the various organs of reorientation and sensitization in society are doing to curb this menace.
If the media were to ignore people whose wealth cannot be explained, if the question asked every time this will show up is, how did you get rich? Then it becomes less and less attractive.
As it stands, steering the attention of the young people of Nigeria in the right direction rests on all and sundry. The question, therefore, is, what are you doing in your corner to nurture and change the narrative of the future generation of this country.
We apologize for some of the disturbing visuals, and I must say the harsh consequences of evil is never too far. Now, during the week, 8 inmates from different custodial centers in Lagos received certificates indicating the completion of their bachelor's and master's degrees in various fields. While you might be imagining how they were able to achieve the feat in the course of serving their terms, Michael Olaleye brings back a broader picture of activities behind the bars.
There is life behind the bars, as against the general notion that inmates face punishment and condemnation once here. In fact, it is a community on its own, positioned to sustain itself through the array of entrepreneurial ventures on display. Of all the buildings and beautiful sights within the premises, this particular drawing unleashed my curiosity specifically. Lawrence is the hand behind the craft. He drew this piece as a reflection of his state of mind when he was condemned to death in 2013.
I was full of cry, tears. It was a moment of tears. But to get to a point, I now decided that even if I should die, the talent that is in me, I don't want it to die. I want to impart that talent into people. So it made me to come into the workshop and I will begin to train people the work of art.
Once out of the custodial center in Kirikiri, Lawrence hopes to complement the efforts of his son, who has been managing his mini press. The opportunity provided for the inmates are endless. While some are sharpening their skills in tailoring, others embrace carpentry, shoemaking, as well as fishery.
These were the records.
Isiaka is one of the casualties of the security challenges experienced during the COVID-19 lockdown. He was charged with murder and has been awaiting trial since 2020. But the satisfaction here is that he's not just living his passion, but has 5 apprentices under his tutelage.
It makes me feel as if I'm not inside prison. I feel I have the privilege of working, as in satisfying myself, like doing what I wish and what I also like doing outside there. I will be very glad if we can even expand it more than this, because so that more people can learn from it.
The correctional yard in Kirikiri is also a place of knowledge, as seen inside this psychological service section. Bakery and confectionery are done here, and there is this visible commitment to meet deadline.
We use yeast for the flour so that you can make it rise.
There are inmates who specialize in the production of sanitizers, disinfectants, perfume, and antiseptic liquid soap. In the educational realm, it was a case of satisfying one's ambition, even in the midst of dark cloud for 65-year-old Afolabi. Despite awaiting death, bagging a master's degree was still his topmost priority. He accomplished this after 16 years in custody, alongside 7 others who got bachelor's degree.
I'm so happy to achieve this certificate. Even if I'm outside, I don't think I will have opportunity to go. I will face my children for their education.
What makes the correctional center special is that in the process of reforming character, there are plans on how to seamlessly reintegrate inmates into the society if they eventually return home.
There's a percentage we pay into government coffers. Then the other percentage we divide it to 2, while we go into the record of the inmates, so that upon discharge he can go with it. And the other 1/3 is used to maintain himself while he's there.
One will not understand the quietness within the premises until my expedition. It is an indication of a very busy environment with the target of being a better person if freedom comes the way of the inmates.
Making the best of a second chance is remarkable. Well done. Time for a break now. Newsline will continue shortly. Welcome back. It was a birthday like no other, marked with a unique interface between the Adabas, their family, friends, and well-wishers around the globe. Curious to know what I'm talking about? It's a web conference put together by the children of Professor Tom Adaba to unveil the Tom Adaba Legacy Project. Lydia Sampson takes us through the unique webinar on the life and legacy of this broadcast legend.
Unlike most celebrations in the cycle of octogenarians in Nigeria, where the drums are rolled out, the children of Professor Adaba rolled out his catalogue of achievements from his early student days in the seminary to his days as a teacher, earning him the nickname Teacher. For me and perhaps many others out there, the name Tom Adaba is mainly synonymous with broadcasting. This is because, in addition to a robust career in the NTA, he has many firsts. He was the first principal of NTA Television College and the pioneer director general of the National Broadcasting Commission. The studio interface coordinated by his daughter Inya Ode, a veterinary doctor turned broadcaster, was eye-opening.
Splendid, beautiful. He then asked me, Tom, for how long have you been handling television programs?
Many friends of Professor Adaba who joined virtually had only good words for a man acknowledged for positively impacting his immediate community and Nigeria at large.
It's inspirational, and he has communication skills. Even when we were in Okeni, he would talk grammar, I would look at his mouth, and I would say, this person doesn't speak like an Ekwira person.
He's the quintessential elder brother that all of us look up to.
Everything about NTA, you will remember Tom Adaba.
For us in NTA is a name that we consider as a father figure.
Tom would never stop focusing and talking about his family.
Adaba has reached 80, so he is strong. God will bless you even with more years ahead.
Despite these accomplishments, even at 80, his desire to continue to do more for the less privileged is unwavering.
My father always spoke about a good name being everything. Today, his good name is his proud legacy.
Tom Adaba, who believes age is just a number, has written a book titled But for God. The book captures his many surgeons in life.
At 80, I don't know what it is to feel at 80. I am still me.
Meet Teresa Adaba, his wife of 55 years, applauded by many as a formidable pillar of the family.
I look unto God, praying for him, and I thank God he's a very nice man.
The children say Professor Tom Adaba is not just the best father, but also a dependable friend.
He's a mentor. He's a life shaper, somebody who will shape you, for your own destiny.
Check out this surprise by his eldest daughter, Elizabeth Gumwalk.
You've been kept by God's mercies. You've been kept by His grace.
The grand finale is this Thanksgiving Mass to return all the glory to God.
Professor Tom Adaba, an icon indeed. What a legacy. Now, the true essence of leadership is service to the people that changes their lives for the better. For the people of Ikwa-Eza South Federal Constituency in Ebonyi State, they couldn't have asked for a better representative than Comrade Chinedu Oga, who they describe as the beacon of hope. They made their feelings known to Fortunate Ozo at the 45th birthday and Thanksgiving of the lawmaker that had in attendance dignitaries including members of the National Assembly.
Oga, who recently marked his 45th birthday and a year and 6 months in office, once again demonstrated his philanthropic lifestyle with various packages for friends and the needy.
as part of the activities. Hundreds of people smiled home with cash, tricycles, motorcycles, cars, and farm inputs in the exercise.
Leadership is all about service, and that's exactly what Honorable Comrade Chinedoga is doing. They should emulate him.
And we pray that he's going to win for his second term and even go for better positions.
Comrade Oga came up and saw the need for him to empower me with federal job, and today I'm a lecturer in the Federal University.
And we're all amazed by the achievement of our brother Comrade Chinedu Oga, because I do know when the little we are having to be warehoused, it may not be sufficient to construct a bridge, let alone the array of all the things he has mentioned today he has achieved.
For a purpose, God has established you here, and for you to touch the lives of the people.
We that are from the youth constituent, you have made us proud.
We will continue to partner with him to ensure that he does what he's doing.
I know him as a strong man, but I know him more coming to his village today.
In a special church service that climaxed the event, presided over by the Catholic Bishop of Abakaliki Diocese, Reverend Dr. Michael Okoro, enjoined leaders to acknowledge God as the author of life and to have regard for all men. Comrade Chinedu Oga, whose happiness lies in seeing others happy, was full of appreciation to God for the opportunity to serve his people, noting that the developmental strides of President Muhammadu Buhari and Governor David Umahi spur him to action.
We decided to choose today and set aside to honor the Almighty God for his favor and blessing upon us, especially the miraculous intervention in our 2019 election case at Tribunal and Court of Appeal.
And I'm thanking God in a special way because honestly he has really blessed us.
The event, which had a series of activities, was not all about popping of champagne, but was preceded by inauguration of 59 projects executed by Comrade Oga.
People and communities never forget those who changed their lives for good. Well done. Now call it the wedding of the year and you won't be wrong, as renowned broadcaster and current executive secretary of NTA, Dr. Oji Ogbonnaya Oji, gave out his first and only daughter, Nenna, to Dr. Ifeanyi Usigwe, also the first and only son of a renowned chartered accountant and retired general manager in NNPC, Chief Chiedozie Isigwe. The ceremony was a reflection of the unique culture of Arochukwu, Abia State, in its finest moment. Benny Adams has the details.
Arochukwu Kingdom is one of the few surviving ancient kingdoms in southeastern Nigeria, widely acclaimed to be the cradle of Igbo civilization, and the traditional bonding process between Nnenna, a staff of CBN, and Dr. Ifeanyi Isegwe of the UNDP in the US is a reflection of tradition in its finest moment. Done identifying her heart trap from the crowd, the bride and groom proceeded for the special blessings from their parents. The wedding train moved from Umuahia to Abuja, where family, friends, and well-wishers witnessed the solemnization of matrimony between the two lovebirds. Grand and colorful best describes the reception, where class and style give birth to glamour, and the roll call of dignitaries is endless. The breaking of kola, as tradition demands, added substance to the event. Friends, family, and well-wishers give their blessings.
I am grateful to God. I thank God that I have witnessed the wedding of Ifeanyi to my daughter Nana. Come a long way. I pray that God grants them all the blessings.
Step by step together. There will be many challenges, but as long as they're together, they will overcome.
Well, to Nana and Ifeanyi, I wish them all of God's blessings. My advice for them is to be patient with each other and to hold on to God and always make sure that no third party comes into their marriage. It shall be well with them.
I pray that the love that brought them together continue to work stronger and stronger, and they should put God first whatever they do, and they never allow any third party to come in between them.
We are patient to one another. We love each other. We know, patient. That's just the watchword there.
I've asked Lenle to look at her mom as an example. If she has her mom as an example, she will not have any problem. Her mom understands me. I want her to understand her husband. Her mom is tolerant. I want her to tolerate her husband. Her mom is prayerful. I want her to pray for the husband. Her mom is forgiving. I want her to forgive her husband. Her mom is generous. I want her to be generous to her husband. When the man is broke, you give him money if you have.
The hello was in Nigeria, and the conversation continued over a long distance from England to the Netherlands, then to California over a period of 6 years, and today is a product of commitment and sacrifice.
I feel good, I feel excited, and I'm just grateful to God for everything.
With this show of love and affection, one can only hope for happy ever after.
Full event. Congratulations to the young couple. Wish you a life of happiness. Now, like every recognition, special recognition, honorary doctorate degree from a university does not come cheap. The individual must have had outstanding contributions to the development of humanity. This was one of the recognitions which earned the chairman of the House of Representatives on Public Account, Oluwole Uke, an honorary degree from Joseph Ayo Babalola University. Shola Wahid completes the report.
It was an academic environment tagged with the unique nature of the assemblage special convocation. Activities at the ceremony include entertainment in honor of the man of the moment and the chairman, House Committee on Public Accounts, Honorable Wole Oke. The citation of the member representing Obokun Uriadi area of Osun State was reflective of his contributions to humanity. The Honorary Doctor of Public Administration was full of gratitude for the recognition accorded him.
The youths, if you don't take care of them now, we will weep in the future. We have to pay attention to them. For my children to have peace, for my children to be able to walk freely on the street of Esauke, I have to look after those youths. Any youth, I'm not interested in buying rice or kada to anybody. I'm interested in empowering you. Come and learn a skill here. I will pay. I will feed you.
The occasion had in attendance family, friends, and political associates of Dr. Wole Oke, who came to celebrate the great achievement.
Has impacted the society, is well thought of. We ask a lot of questions before we decide to, everybody knows that in this society, the government alone cannot do it.
He is a person who loves learning and education. He is a person that is very hardworking, and he is a person that is very supportive of his peers and even people that are, in the down ladder of the society.
So we have been facing challenges of unemployment long before now. If government can use to that advice, at least the better for the youths. And we do solicit to the issue of restiveness on the part of the youth.
He's a true Nigerian, and in his disposition, his behavior, and relationship with people, you see that this is a detribalized Nigerian, and you can see the testimony.
To whom much is given, much is expected, as they charged the new Doctor of Public Administration not to relent in his humanitarian services.
Congratulations. Keep up the good work. Now, for their numerous achievements and remarkable contributions to development of society and humanity, Dr. Mainsara Umar Kogo and other notable personalities have been inducted into the Fellowship of Africa Institute of Public Administration. Ekene Ndulio captured the sight and sound for Newsline.
Transformational model of leadership that provides creative results, scholars say, is what Nigeria and Africa needs to launch itself into global reckoning. The 8th edition of Transformational Leadership Masterclass was deliberately designed to hand down desired models of leadership to selected individuals who have remained outstanding in their various endeavors. After a learning journey that sensitized the class on governance and human resource management, Dr. Mainasara Umar Kogo, a legal practitioner of 30 years standing, was invested with honorary doctorate degree from London Bridge Business School and inducted into the Fellowship of Africa Institute of Public Administration alongside other participants.
If the opportunity is given by nature, by God, and by posterity, I'll do the best I can to utilize this avenue toward the entrenchment of the superiority of human freedom in the context of the way we are being governed.
Africa has been traced with deficit of leadership and deficit of management and traces of dead institutions. There is nothing as important as investing in leadership courses such as this one.
The organizers agree that developing leadership talent in every individual is key to survival in the midst of present global challenges.
Our belief is that there is need for a revolution in transformational leadership in Africa, and it's gaining momentum, it's getting prominence, is getting attention.
As the inductees receive their awards and recognition, they say they are better prepared to engage issues around leadership and governance.
Congratulations to all those recognized. We're going on another break. Stay with us. Come back. Now to another inspiring story. As a brain disorder that affects the motor reflexes and cognitive abilities, cerebral palsy is one condition too tough to deal with. On Newsline tonight, we bring you the story of Rukwame Emmanuel Otonio, who has gone beyond managing the disorder successfully, but has launched a book to prove his triumph over it. Adiola Komiakeri takes the story from here.
2020 population report obtained from the Global Center for Disease Control and Prevention indicates prevalence in cases of cerebral palsy ranging from 1 to nearly 4 per 1,000 births globally, leaving approximately 17 million people with the incurable condition. Rukwame Emmanuel Otonio has been living with the condition for 26 years now. He was diagnosed with cerebral palsy at infancy.
Rukwame is a young man that has gone through challenges in life. Going through school had been quite challenging because of our peculiar environment. He had to drop off university because the facilities were not available. So he had to go through private learning at home through online teaching.
It is amazing that at this very young age of Rukwame, he is able to articulate the things he has experienced in life that he believes truly will lead others to a purposeful life and an impactful one on society. What the human mind can accept, it can one day act upon. And that just tells the story of what Rukwame has written in this book.
Rukwame's challenges did not deter his passion for writing, as he was able to commit his time and effort to sharing himself with the rest of the world through a book.
We launched the book, Are You Satisfied? In the name of Jesus.
It was a moment of emotions as the book was launched. The 60-page book titled, Are You Satisfied?, captures 5 hidden secrets to living a life of fulfillment. It serves as inspiration to people with and without disabilities.
I want every mother, every parent, every family to know that when God gives you a challenge like this, it attracts His blessing.
He's motivated me through so many things, and that might look or seem unbelievable, but it's actually what it is.
He has taught me so much to be resilient, and that has taught me also that in life you can never give up.
For every person who is physically challenged, the first thing is that accept what you have, and then have faith in yourself, be determined, be courageous, and then you can move forward.
Rukome Emmanuel has turned his life's lemon to lemonade by making a sad situation become sweet, beautiful, and satisfying. He is proof that developing interest in one's ability helps in growing passion that can drive achievement of set goals and life aspiration.
Wow, Rukome, you are indeed an inspiration. That book is worth reading. Now, Adamu Garba's story has a plot that can be a bestseller or a box office thriller. Yes, the cattle rearer was employed as a security guard at the Federal University Wukari in Taraba State, a development that inspired him to seek for more knowledge, better education, and a career in the academia. Garba's quest and aspiration have materialized. Today, he is a lecturer at the University of Wukari. Adamu Haruna Adams tells us more about this talented Nigerian youth.
The story of Adamu Garba is an interesting one. He is a cattle rearer from a village in Sardauna local government area of Taraba State. Was employed in 2012 as a security man. Because of his determination to become a lecturer, he got admission to pursue his degree program, and he graduated with second class upper. He's employed as graduate assistant with same university.
I decided, since this is a university, and the purpose of a university is to people to educate for community service, I told my boss I would like to join this university and pursue my academic career. Say why? Say I would like to be an academist because I have seen people who are not up to my age come into class and then present lectures, and I was lucky I got admission to study sociology.
Avoid social media. Chat with your books. Be diligent, honest, and dedicated. These are some of the pieces of advice given to Nigerian youths by Adamu Garba.
It's simple. Avoid social media. As somebody who wants to be focused, you can't be chatting on WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, and others and expect you can do something. If you want to chat with your books.
Looking at his background as a young Fulani man, people have been thinking that Fulani people are not up to task, but he has proven so many doubts, proving so many critics wrong. I envy him and I want to emulate him.
So if you are determined and focused, you make it. And I would like to encourage Nigerian youths, just come out. Whatsoever is in you, people will help you to develop it.
I know he's very dedicated. And he meant it from the day we started working that, Oga, I am not going to stay in this department. I'm going to move to academics in the nearest future.
His commitment to work and the desire for him to improve himself. And he was with me until there was a time for him to enroll for his degree program.
I am proud of him because today he's a foreign student undertaking his MSc in urbanization and industrialization at the University of St. Malaysia.
If an average Nigerian today can emulate such attitude, Nigeria will be better instead of having some youth engaging in some social vices.
His story actually tells Nigerians that with dedication, commitment, resilience, one can become what he wants to become.
When I came to this university, all the people I passed through, they were from different faiths and they were also from different tribes, in fact, different geographical locations. Like Musaloki you spoke to, he is from Cross River, and I served him for 9 years, and we never had issues of religion. If it's time for prayer, say go for your prayers, leave the job. What I would tell Nigeria youth is that we should be focused in our career. We can be involved in our simple politics where we can be used as political toggles.
I am so proud of him. Now you see, never stop dreaming. If you can conceive a vision, work at it, and it can become reality. We'll take our last break now.
Every year, a stag sheds its antlers. It must face uncertainty. Alone. Exposed. But only by embracing the unknown can it grow stronger. Reaching the top is just the beginning. Glenfiddich, where next?
This is where we'll end this edition of Newsline. We'll see you again Sunday next week. And remember, we have just one nation. We must work hard to make it great. God bless Nigeria.